of all that we say, I am not the one to sit around and play. So prove yourself to me if I'm the girl that you claim. Why don't you say the things that you said to me yesterday? I know you say that I was doing things. Something's going down, that's the way it seems. You know reason why you acting strange. Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why it's the same? Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. The other day I would call, you would say, baby how's your day? But today it ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Could it be that you are at the crib with another lady?
Be like, damn, slow down. I know you see it clean, adjusting her crown. She been knocked down, but she never stayed down. She been living life like it's her playground. And they be like, damn, slow down. They can get just.
Oh my gosh, y'all. It's been so long. Hey, everyone in the chat. Hey, everyone on the replay. It's your girl, Audrey Marcel. I am so sorry for my absence, y'all. If y'all follow me on like my other social media pages, then y'all kind of know I was in school. I just graduated in December. I'm expecting y'all, so I'm due with my third baby girl. Yes, number 3 in a few months. So that's why I'm not on camera, because baby, whoo, child, is a whole lot of ugly over here. It's just not YouTube cute. But my next video I will be on live. I just could not get the angle right. Like it's a no for me, dog. Like I said, like I just got to get used to yeah, my face is fat, belly big, but I'm blessed. So I'm really excited about that. And then lastly, not to put a damper on anything, y'all, but I got demonetized on here, y'all. So I am not monetized at the moment on YouTube. Not that it even matters, because I have not been on here. But I just want to clear up any speculations or questions in regards to that. I got demonetized because, if y'all don't remember, a few years ago, or maybe last year, a year before, remember we were doing those hidden color watch parties? Well, I got demonetized for streaming those videos. So no biggie. I'm gonna get more regular back on here, and hopefully I'll be monetized. But yes, if y'all wonder where y'all memberships went, that is where they are. It's gone, because your girl's not monetized, but not for any scandal. It's because I was sharing knowledge. But yeah, no biggie. Hey Tracy, hey CC, hey AK. AK said I had to go on TikTok to find you and see what was going on. Yes, it's a whole lot, but not nothing at all, for real, for real. Just, you know, it's just growing my family, growing my blessings. And I do talk on TikTok. Like, I don't, I don't really care. I don't have no niche on there. I just make random videos and yap. So I just wanted to quickly give a brief introduction about all that. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. If you are watching the replay, please make sure you hit the like button. Today we are going to be talking about Jurayah Smith. I'm not sure if y'all remember me covering this story 2 years ago. I covered this story of Jurayah Smith, and this is just what it looked, what my video looks like 2 years ago. I'm going to do a quick rundown, but I will link my original video in the comment section and in the description box of this video when I'm done. However, so Jurayah Smith was a 14-month-old baby girl whose parents was a woman named Dee Smith, and her father was Morris Beverly. Morris Beverly was married to a woman named Takia Beverly, and Jurayah Smith was born 3 days after Morris and Takia got married, y'all. 9 months prior, Morris stepped out and he and Dee hooked up at a one-night stand, and he fathered Jurayah Smith. Months later, months after they got married, the town was talking. They live in a very small town, and the town was talking basically about, hey, Morris is the father of Dee's baby. Takia took it upon herself to write Dee, get a DNA test. Morris originally tampered with the original DNA test, so the test came back inconclusive. However, Takia picked Dee up and the baby Jurayah. Morris drove in a separate car, and they went to get a DNA test, and it turns out that he was actually the father of Jurayah Smith. Okay, fast forward. One night, the baby girl, Jurayah Smith, was asleep at Takia in Morris's home, and she unfortunately passed away. In 2021, Takia, which was the stepmom, the wife, was found guilty and was sentenced to life in prison for capital M word, capital murder, you guys. And she actually got that case overturned because the judge had to overturn the case because there was jury misconduct. So in 2022, she went back to trial in another courthouse with a whole different jury pool, everything, not in the same small town, and she was found not guilty. 2 months after that, in 2022, the charges against Morris were dropped because they did not have enough evidence to find or to take it to trial. So here we are, 8 years, a total of 8 years later. Jurayah passed away in 2017. 8 years later, there has been no justice for Jurayah Smith, and her name lives on through her mother. Again, if you guys did not watch my original video, I went into great detail 2 years ago. I had to rewatch my live earlier today to prep for this live to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I was like, dang, I was sleeping on myself. Like, what? Yeah, so I laid it out. I laid it all out for you guys. So if you need to get a refresher, if you guys need to know what was going on, play that live because I even called it. And I'm going to play a clip of my live where I'm talking about the dynamics between how Dee, which is Jurayah's mom, versus how Morris, which is the dad, was treated in their small town. Now, I'm only playing this clip because it's going to go on to what Dee had to say because she is finally breaking her silence. And when I tell you, I ain't got nothing to say but clap, clap, clap. And it's so, as a mother, my heart hurts for her. So I'm going to play a little clip where I'm talking about how the town was treating Dee, what they were saying about Dee, and how she was perceived. They was, basically calling out the inconsistencies. Another inconsistency that they caught was the fact that when it came to you type parent, he doesn't discipline. Like when Aubrey gets older, I'm gonna with after the questioning, they thought everything was over. They assumed that, it was some type of mistake. Both Morris and Takia kept saying, like, I know y'all saying this doctor is a doctor, but some not right about this autopsy. Like, it's not right. She didn't even pass away with any noticeable bruising. So how could this be? Well, the small town continued to talk, you guys, and with it being such a small town with only 1,200 people, people already knowing Morris, people already knowing Dee, it started to come out that basically Dee was neglectful, that she had the baby around everybody and their mama. She wasn't a fit parent. Morris wasn't a good father or a husband because he was a serial cheater. Like, it was basically small town gossip getting bigger and bigger no matter what. And in the midst of it, they had not heard back from anybody regarding Jurayah's passing. The only one that was really actively talking about it and saying that they wanted justice was Dee. Dee, which is the mother, was like, I'm still trying to figure out what happened to my baby.
the autopsy is this. Ain't nobody been charged. My baby is no longer here, and I want answers. And in the midst of her doing that, they kind of crucified her and basically said that she had no right to mourn her child or hold anybody accountable because she wasn't fit and she didn't fit the the standard, basically, and that she had the baby passed around, did whatever with her. And even Morris, in my opinion, talked about her in that same type of manner when he was being questioned. Now, when he was being questioned, the CPS questions came back up, and they're like, okay, so what did you think about the CPS? This man said that it didn't concern him because it had nothing to do with him. So the CPS charges or the CPS investigation that Dee was under was her own issue. He had nothing to do with it because it wasn't nothing to do with him, even though Jurayah was his child. And he also said how basically Dee was neglectful when it came to Jurayah's eczema. So that was the two things that stood out. And it was kind of regurgitated, her being homeless, her working at Starbucks compared to this LPN nurse and compared to this school teacher. She was basically a bottom feeder compared to them. So it's like, girl, we don't care. You talking about justice for Jurayah. She passed away from suffocation. That is basically what Takia and Morris was projecting out there. Like she basically passed away in her sleep in some freak of nature way because she was too old for SIDS, but somehow, some way she passed away. That is the way that they wrote it off. But
So that is just like a quick clip of how Dee basically was early on when they were trying to get the story out about Jurayah, or when she was trying to get the story out about Jurayah. A lot of speculation, rumors, unreliable sources came out and basically just attacked her character, her parenting, all of the things. Like they literally said that she was homeless, she was unfit, she would let Jurayah's eczema go bad. Like all of these rumors or opinions that did not actually fit with the issue. Now, the driving force, in my opinion, that overshadowed Jurayah getting justice was the case with Takia going to jail. I don't know if you guys recall, again, it is mentioned in my video. There was an I Stand with Takia movement, y'all, where she had mass followers that were writing judges, writing civil rights activists, making videos. Like they were using Jurayah's likeness to basically show how good of a stepmother or good of a mother Takia was and how she would have never harmed her. I said in my original video how I felt like that took away from the real importance of what happened to Jurayah and how her story still to this day has no justice because she passed away from 5 blunt force trauma blows to her head. While Takia and Morris were saying that she suffocated, that is not the case. The autopsy report showed that she had blunt force trauma. But again, Takia was found not guilty. She was originally found guilty, y'all, life in prison. But because of jury misconduct, because basically people were tampering with the jury was not acting accordingly, that case was thrown out. When it was retrialed, she was found not guilty, and then the charges against Morris were dropped because they did not have enough evidence. I remember talking about, and I know a lot of people always ask, like, where's Dee? What does Dee have to say about this? This is her baby girl. Well, here we are, 8 years later. No Jurayah. Jurayah will be 8 years old, you guys. She passed away at 14 months, well before her life even began. Like, it's so sad. And with that, her mom basically has been suffering for 8 years, and she finally broke her silence earlier this month. And we're going to start on Facebook, but we're going to transition over to TikTok because that's where she continued her story. And I'm going to let her videos play because she said it best. She said her own account, and yeah, it's really sad. Yes, AK, like you said, the focus shifted to helping Takia. It absolutely did. Let me go ahead and share the Facebook video. And she's going to break it all the way down in this video and on her TikTok video. So this is part one. This is where she was first at in February, but then she transitioned over to TikTok in March.
I'm getting frustrated. I might have to drive to town. Shit, do I need to drive to town? Shit, would I lose service on 547 heading to Port Gibson? Y'all, do I need to drive to town? Because my Wi-Fi must ain't worth shit. And I'm in Patterson, so I got good service. Can everybody hear me? Did somebody praying that this live don't work? Somebody's praying hard. But my God is better than anything and any else. Lord, keep this live going because I got some stuff to say. 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 Please. Lord, let this work. I got some stuff to say. You put it on my heart, Lord, to get it out so I can lift these burdens off me, Lord. So I'm trying to tell them. Can everybody hear me? Who can anybody hear me? Y'all hear me? Everybody hear me good. All right. As I was saying, I saw this mother in the club. I don't care where we at. We might be in here. I'm going to talk to that mama and try to comfort her as much as I can because I went through a lot and it's a hurting feeling. So all that brought that along. Saturday, I boo-hooed to my mama. Y'all, like, all that shit that I've been holding in since court finally came out. I broke down in tears. And I know my mama couldn't do nothing. I've been holding so much in, y'all, for the longest time. A lot of people have been wondering why I have not said nothing, why I haven't spoke on it. For the longest, the DA had me close my mouth. I had to close my mouth. These people got to talk and lie and say everything that they had against me. I had to tape over my mouth. It's been plenty of times. I'm thankful for Ebony Dawson wherever she at in the world because I couldn't say shit. I want to tell my story. I kept saying that I wanted to tell my testimony once we won, but I'm still winning. It's a lot of y'all motherfuckers is down right now. Y'all are crumbling because of what y'all did in this system. Y'all, I ain't ate nothing and I can't eat. I got to get this out. This shit is hurting me. I feel like I'm about to go insane. Y'all, just I had to write some notes down because I really been feeling like I've been going crazy. I ain't going crazy. The Lord telling me to get this out. He's telling me to get this out. I got to get it out. This shit is hurting my heart. It's hurting my heart to the point where I don't want to be here no more. And I know everybody, I know y'all, I got Malia. I ain't going to leave Malia. I'm not unstable. I'm not asking for no handouts. I don't want nobody to do nothing.
Malia is Jurayah's older sister and Dee's oldest child. She was born well before Jurayah, and that is what she's saying. Like, Malia is the only reason why she is here today because she has been gagged. She has had tape over her mouth for 8 long years. And you kind of like, I'm just going to be real. You can feel when someone's telling the truth. You can feel someone's emotions, and this live was heavy. This video was heavy. I truthfully believed every word that she was saying. Like when she started off and said that she had it on her heart, she can't take it no more, she broke down, she finally released her emotions. I wholeheartedly believed her. I wholeheartedly believe her. She meant every word when she said that. And you'll see as the live progresses that she literally is just, telling her testimony.
Oh, this shit is coming out of me. I can't stop. I've been emotional. The Lord is telling me, and for a long time, I ain't want to listen. But I'm hearing now. And I said that I was going, goddamn, I don't care if I got to get emotional. I ain't asking for nobody to be on my side. I ain't trying to change nobody's opinion. This is my side. This is me finally speaking up because these people in Clavin County didn't give a fuck about me or Jurayah. They didn't give a fuck about her. Her motherfucking murder is still a murder. It's still nothing. Nothing was done. Nobody was charged, and y'all had the right people. Y'all had the right people. I'm sick of this shit, bro. I hate this town. I live here because my baby is here, and this is where my help is, and this is where my family is. But I want to get the fuck away from here because I'm sick of people for real. I'm sick of people. I ain't been quiet long enough, y'all. What happened? What happened to these? I ain't gonna mention nobody's name because they don't mean me nothing for me to speak their names. But y'all, what happened to that girl brother and them for getting in trouble for going to Aberdeen? What happened? Nothing. Not a motherfucking thing was done to them people, y'all. Why did they announce court? Why the fuck did they announce court? Why did y'all tell what court was gonna be at? Because y'all wanted this shit to be out. Y'all wanted them people to do that shit. Y'all, this shit is killing me. It's killing me.
And so what she's talking about right now is what happened to them people announced in court. This is why Takia's first trial was ruled was overturned because of jury misconduct, because basically the town was so small, people was going over there tampering allegedly they were tampering with the jury. They were basically talking to people. The jury was talking to people that they shouldn't have been talking to, which was Takia's loved ones. They were forming opinions about D. It was a whole lot of speculation of what happened, and that's why it was ruled jury misconduct. And that's basically what she was referring to.
Tired. I said I was gonna get on here and be vulnerable as fuck, and I want the world to see. But for long as I had the motherfucking tape over my mouth. They told me to be quiet. The district attorney them told me they had my back. They was fighting for Jurayah. When did y'all fight for her? That shit was crooked from the jump. Why was it announced what court was? Once motherfuckers figured out what court was, it wasn't supposed to be there no more. Move it again. I ain't have no say so in shit. Because I'm the home wrecker. Because I'm the home wrecker. When Morris came at me, I'm the home wrecker. I had a baby out of wedlock. Oh, I ain't got shit. She just a bitch that's living and ain't got nothing. Living on AT ain't got nothing to call for herself. So that mean my baby didn't deserve to live? I can't do this no more. This shit got to come out. It got to come out. I'm tired. I ain't asking for no. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it over and over and over again. I ain't asking for no sympathy. I don't care about y'all opinions. I'm not trying to change nobody's fucking mind. A bitch is fucking tired. And I'm tired of being here. If it wasn't for Malia, y'all, that is my motherfucking reason. And I say it every day. And I hate to leave her. And I'll never leave her. I'll never leave her because she has lost so many people around her. But I'm tired of being on this earth. This earth ain't right. It just, what about Jurayah, y'all? What about Jurayah? I wish many days I would have cremated my baby. Yo, how? And let's just come on in with this man being kidding me. They proved not only, cause what's the fucking lady name? Christine put it out there, y'all. That was them sending the messages to my sister. They didn't give a fuck. It wasn't nothing that could be done about it. Some could have been done about it. Some could have been done about it. Some could have been done about it. But if I do anything, I'm going to be the first one smoking out this bitch. Y'all gonna get me. Y'all would have came and got me. Whew. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I'm sick of these people around here. And hold on. Let me catch my breath. It's just, yeah, I didn't suppress these emotions for so long. It's just to learn to live. Just to learn to just shut up. For as long as everybody would tell me God gonna handle it. Yo, I understand it. I understand it. But these folks are living, breathing, and they had the right one the first time. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. She don't deserve for me to call her name. And if y'all come at me, I don't give a fuck. Do something about me. Do something. It was a setup from the jump, right, Jada? Like we talked about the other night. This shit was set up from the jump. Money talk, because I didn't have no money, because I was the one out here that had the baby. They made the shit up like I did that. I damn near just trapped Morris. I stole his semen and got pregnant. That's what they say. This shit is on me so bad, y'all. And it just, I just been finding out so much shit, so much crooked shit. I just been finding out day to day. I hear something new. And somebody came in my job and gonna tell me, they say you had your baby from house to house, but hold on. Hold on. If Jurayah went at T. Karen house, or her godmama at the time, Baby, or with Bernicia, she wasn't with nobody. Y'all let y'all cousins, uncles, aunties, everybody see y'all baby. So what was so wrong with me letting Jurayah go to the people that I knew were going to take care of her? Where she died at, though? Where did she die at? How many arms did Jurayah go through when she was with them? And I love y'all, Ebony, Danielle, I love y'all. I love y'all. This is no shade to y'all. Y'all are my people, even Andrew. I love y'all. This is no hate to Jurayah. Y'all stuck with me. But Jurayah went through arm with y'all. Come on now. What was wrong with me letting her go? Everybody let her go. And another thing, I couldn't say nothing. But what was wrong with me going to the club when this motherfucker, he partied? I couldn't do nothing. I was just supposed to be a Muslim. It's a lot of motherfuckers. Oh, y'all, it's a lot of people around here that do the same thing that I was doing, and they baby still alive. My baby gone because of a jealous bitch that I ruined her family with my baby, and my baby was the first fucking one. And she couldn't stand it. Y'all heard this motherfucking lady say that she had to go to counseling. Who goes to counseling for a child? Y'all could have just told me. I didn't force Jurayah on y'all. When the motherfucking thing came back, I called her because she told me not to call Morris. She didn't want me to contact Morris. It's a lot. I did not want no motherfucking Morris. I didn't even think that man was my baby dad. And I ain't ashamed to say a motherfucking thing. I ain't want him to be the baby dad. Maybe Jurayah still would have been alive if he wasn't the fucking dad. But hey, God wanted it to go the way that it went. He did. It's all for a reason. This is my testimony. I'm tired. I'm a tired mama. And there's too many people around this town that dealt with her and stuff like that. Y'all be them standards that y'all grew up to be. Don't come fucking with me. Please. Do what you do when you see me at my job, because I got another one, and you're going to see me soon. Don't come fucking with me. For real. I'm finna go get me an evaluation. For real. As many days I wish I can go out there and goddamn dig Jurayah up and goddamn cremate her so she could be on my chest. I want my baby. My heart is still in 2017 and everybody has moved on. Yo, nobody saw my baby like I did when I walked up to that damn crib. Nobody saw that. I saw that. Y'all can orchestrate whatever story y'all told. I saw that. Yeah, I cried that time in court, the last time in court, because that was my first time seeing the pictures. The first trial, I didn't even step a foot in the courtroom. Didn't even get on the stand or nothing. And they subpoenaed me out, so I couldn't go in the fucking courtroom. So y'all had a lot to say about me because I was crying. I ain't never seen them pictures. A lot of stuff I ain't never seen. Tell me why I don't have Jurayah death certificate. I ain't seen none of the files, and I asked for the files. It was stalled, if you ask me, why I don't have my baby files. I want everything. Everything. I don't even know what time she really died. I'm a retired motherfucking mama. I want justice. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy because I got a kid to live for. But it was so much shit done in this story that was wrong. They let them people have their way the whole time. To me, when they whined about something, the judge gave it to them. Let's not talk about her. She kenning them motherfucking people too. Going to church with them and stuff. Y'all had that. Y'all had y'all hands tied from court. It was locked in. Yeah, she served a few measly months. But y'all had that stuff locked in the way y'all wanted to. Y'all had it. Y'all already knew. That's why y'all was out here screaming. I ain't gonna lie. I knew my Lord was gonna come through for me, but the Lord got other plans for me. He got other plans for me. He got other plans for the stuff that's going on. But I'm seeing a lot of people. I see a lot of people crumbling. A lot of people are crumbling that were standards because y'all didn't get to know me. Y'all got to know what they told y'all. Y'all got to know what they told y'all. When I had Jurayah, I think I had Malia at 22, and I had Jurayah at 22. Y'all had to remember, I still was a young mother. A lot of mothers doing it today and don't know where their kids at, what they eating, are they breathing, dying, leaving them at home. I just made sure she was with somebody when I went out. Somebody that I thought she was safe with. Let's not talk about the goddamn DHS workers. Motherfuckers knew shit was crooked. Motherfuckers knew who was calling, and that's why they were fired. Fired. Fucking fired. Motherfuckers, you couldn't bring them on. I ain't gonna call nobody name, but please come do something about me. Come do me something. For too long, I done sat and I ain't did nothing. And there's nothing I probably can't do now, but I'm gonna talk about it. I gotta get this shit out of my heart. For a long time, I couldn't say nothing because the district attorney told me, close your mouth. Don't post this. Don't say that. You got to be quiet. You got to do this. When I should have been advocating for my damn self, like I did in the first trial and won. But because this man was supposed to be kidding me, y'all, what the fucking blood test said to this man that was kidding me? And first of all, they say he was kidding the Duck. Me and Duck have different daddies, same mom, along with Jaleesa. Me and A share the same dads, of course, because we're twins. But y'all.
So the man that, just a refresher, the man that she's referring to is where's the blood test saying that he's kin to me. During the whole 8 years ago, well, I would say 5 years ago, there was a rumor that this man was basically, he's the one that harmed Jurayah, and it was kin to D. However, that she's basically saying, like, who is this man? Who is this man? He supposed to be kin to me. Where he come from? Because it's not true. That was just another lie or rumor to deflect. Because the day that Jurayah passed away, she was in the care of Morris's family. She was at the grandma's house. They allegedly gave her a bath. Then late at night, Morris and Takia picked her up. Takia at the time was pregnant. So when they picked her up, they were automatically hungry. They are tired. They ate dinner. They put her down for bed. And they said throughout the night they heard her choking and stuff. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but Takia was a nurse. She was an LPN. Who sits through or sleeps through the night listening to someone choke? Anyone, but especially a baby. So she was allegedly choking. And that's when they said that Morris asked for something to drink in the middle of the night. Takia got him something to drink and went to check on the baby, and the baby wasn't breathing. That's just a quick rundown. But what she's talking about right now is, who's this man? It's the man that the family and the friends tried to basically create to pin something on D as far as how Jurayah got hurt with all those bruises.
Jurayah. How was he killed to Jurayah? Where's the proof? There is none. They just went for what they said. They went for what they said. Like I said, anybody in this live, because I ain't really reading the comments, because I said I was going to come on here and say what I said. I wasn't reading the motherfucking thing. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm thankful for my supporters. I'm thankful for the ones that still help me to this day, because I have been down in my dumps, and I have a few people that have stood up and sent me something. I didn't have to ask them. And then when I asked them, it's because I felt like I could trust them, but they came through for me. They came through for me. Whew. Shit. What happened to the blood test? Did y'all ever prove anything with this? Y'all didn't. It was hearsay and they went with it. Tell me they wasn't getting paid. It was some good money around here. It was some good money around here. And from hearsay, because motherfuckers is running their mouth because they done got off. It's okay now. Motherfucking lawyer out here admitting he know that girl did it. But it was the money. Hey, I guess I'll sell my soul for a couple of dollars too. I sure the fuck won't. But that's what he did. That's what he did. You knew your client killed Jurayah. You knew it. What about an innocent 1-year-old girl that want to be with her family? The happiest baby ever. I ain't never seen no baby so happy. Jurayah rarely cried. But they say I'm unfit, but where the fuck she died at? Man, Jurayah left me on Friday. And it wasn't in my plans. Let me just bag that up too. It wasn't in my plans for Jurayah to go with them. Hell no, it wasn't. I went to court with 2 of my homegirls. And after we left court, I went to Matthews for a car part. And after I left Matthews, I went to Chick-fil-A and we ate there. And then Duck called me to tell me that Danielle wanted to take her to the hospital with her grandma because she was dying. I let her go with her cousin. I saw nothing wrong with that. Going to see her grandma that's dying, I saw nothing wrong with it. But call me crazy. Call me crazy because I ain't know Danielle. That's what y'all say. Y'all don't know motherfucking thing. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all know what they told y'all. Anyway, after that, she stayed. I wasn't tripping. I sent clothes. Okay, she going with her grandma. Next day, daddy texts me and say he getting her. Cool. How many hands does she go through? That's 2 hands. That's 2 hands. That's 2. That's 2. That's 2 hands. Okay. After that, Sunday came along. I got that call. He told me to come there. Morris ain't tell me. I stand up and tell this shit to anyone. Damn right, Binky. You were with me. You and Alicia J. I went to court with y'all. Man. The next day, Morris called me. It was in the wee hours of the night. I ain't gonna lie, it was Alcorn homecoming. I was out. She was with somebody. She was safe. So I thought, what was wrong with me going out? Everybody else go out. Everybody out here popping and shaking. What's wrong with me? And I'm gonna continue to do it. Malia safe. Malia good. By Mia Nashandra Martin. She's good. Because y'all had so much to say about her being with her godmama. But what's wrong with the village? What's wrong with the village? That's a damn good godmama. Y'all think she want her baby? Go ahead. Go ahead. Malia older now. She can talk real good. Ain't nobody doing nothing to her. Ain't nobody doing nothing to her because she gonna tell me. Y'all have too much to talk about and don't know shit. Don't know shit. But as I was saying, I got that call from Morris. I got that call from him and he told me to come to the house. He ain't say Jurayah was dead or nothing. He ain't say she was dead or nothing. I got there. He standing outside. I still ain't think nothing of it. I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, where Jurayah at? I'm thinking mama done passed away, right? Cool. He walked me in the house. Walked me past the goddamn counter. I see the big ass Amsterdam bottle sitting there. And he smelled of liquor. Hey, but he was at home. That nigga was in the club. That nigga was in the club, and y'all know it. And it's a lot of pussy ass, sorry ass Clayton County citizens, excuse my language, that knew that man wasn't at home. Why Morris wasn't tried? Huh? They take me back to the district attorney because they hurt her ego. They hurt her ego. It hurt my motherfucking ego, but we were supposed to keep fucking going. We were supposed to keep fucking going, bro. I was willing to go. We don't get one, we gonna get somebody for lying. Y'all didn't do a motherfucking thing. A motherfucking thing, bro. That shit pisses me off so bad. Oh, it pisses me off. I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. It's driving me nuts. Y'all, I'm strong. Everybody tell me I'm strong. Everybody tell me I'm strong. Y'all just don't know I'm weak. I'm hurting on the inside. I be wanting, y'all, it ain't funny how sometimes I wish I ain't have no other baby so I can go with Jurayah. I'm a tired ass mama. I just want to go with my family. I just want to go with Nita Rose, motherfucking Cleo, J-Bone. I want to go with my people because I'm tired of being here. This world ain't fair. This world is not fair, y'all. It's not. I don't understand. I'm such a good person. I love everybody. I treat everybody the same. I would never hurt nobody. And I can't understand this pain of having my daughter taken away from me because I don't even know what I did. What did I do to deserve this, y'all? I didn't do nothing. I didn't know that man had nobody. Y'all, I just wanted my baby to live. That's all I wanted. It don't make no sense for real. Like, I want my baby so bad. Y'all, I ain't get to know her. It's only 1 year. Every year I'm celebrating Malia's birthday. Their birthdays are right behind each other. I'm celebrating Malia's birthday. I'm finna turn Malia up. We finna go have fun. Then I gotta go decorate Jurayah's grave because I can't hold her. Man, what the fuck? What the fuck, y'all? And y'all was with this lady. What about my baby? What about my child? What about me? I didn't matter. I said I was getting on here today and I was gonna be vulnerable as fuck because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired of people fucking with me too. Just leave me alone. I'm not sane. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. I'm asking y'all. I'm not right. I've been holding it in. One person gonna get that bad end that is straight. Ooh, and I'm gonna be ready to go to jail. Matter of fact, give me the electric chair so I can go. I don't even want to go to jail because I'm sick of the bullshit. Leave me alone. I'm tired. Y'all, these people picked me to I just want nothing. I remember when court started, I had a private lady speak to me. I don't know if y'all believe it. On my phone. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Y'all. I had a lady speak to me and she said, baby.
So that was the live. It ended or it cut off. I think someone was calling her, but her live ended. She was very emotional in those 20 minutes. She was insinuating because I can't find any facts to this or any information regarding this, but she's basically claiming that Morris was not even home on the night that Jurayah was found unalive. Because if y'all notice in the live, she said that it was homecoming. Morris and D, which is the mother, they're from the same town, born and raised. It's Takia that lives in another or that grew up in another small town. So the homecoming don't mean nothing to Takia who's pregnant. So allegedly she was the one alone with the baby. That is what that's what D is alleging, because she's like, Moore smelled of alcohol. It was a big old Amsterdam bottle, and she know he wasn't at home. Other people can testify that he wasn't at home. She also mentioned that there was a lot of money behind the case, and it was. The I Stand with Takia movement was huge, you guys. Before it was that, there was a GoFundMe that they tried to start. Takia and Morris tried to start, but it didn't go anywhere. But somehow she was able to gain a huge following, a huge movement on social media. And the mom breaking down is nothing but pure facts, because like I said 2 years ago, the things that they said about her was deplorable. The fans that were rooting for Takia, they felt like they had to lift Takia up and stump on the mother, which in my if you go back to that video, I said like Morris is the person to blame, because how could you allow someone to disrespect the mother of your child when your child is no longer here? She didn't do anything wrong. Y'all claiming this is a freak accident, and yet y'all letting her be dragged like this, and y'all know she has not had her child all weekend. I'm not going to shame somebody for being out on the weekends. Like, y'all are crazy. Like, if she was called by the loved one saying that, or by Morris's side, the better side, air quotes around that, she was called by Morris's family and saying that the great grandmother was passing away, and the grandmother wanted to see Jurayah. She put them in their hands because they're the better people. Morris was a PK, he was a preacher's kid, all that. This was the better, superior family. She thinking everything good. Why not go out? I'm not knocking her. I'm not gonna blame her because you can't change the past. She does have another live on Facebook that is like over an hour long, and I had just found it right before this live. So I have not watched it. I don't know if it's a continuation of what she was trying to say before that video got cut off, but we're going to go ahead and jump over to TikTok, and I'm going to share her TikTok videos because she's been very active on there. This is her TikTok page if anybody wants to follow her. Yes, India. Yes, AK. It is sad. This is heartbreaking. Like I could feel her emotions, and she was all over the place. But I felt like I had to show y'all the full live in its entirety because it just was about her trying to tell her story. She's not going to eloquently say it. This is something that is trauma for her. She doesn't even want to be here anymore. So she's not going to say anything right. She did write down notes, but she couldn't even get to it because she's been suppressing this for 8 years. So I wanted to honor her and do her justice by playing the full live.
My name is Jurayah Smith, and I am the mother of Jurayah Smith. She was a 1-year-old toddler, my child, who was murdered on October 22nd, 2017. To start the story off, Jurayah was conceived, of course, out of wedlock. Wasn't planned. It was just a surprise to me as much as everybody else. But come to find out, my baby's father was engaged, and I didn't know it. I didn't even know he had anyone. Long story short, of course, he tried to get me to have an abortion. I do not believe in abortions, and I honestly didn't believe Jurayah was his child. I didn't press the issue. I wasn't going to make him be a father to Jurayah. At this point, I just wanted my baby. I didn't care about who her daddy was. I go on to tell Morris that I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to mention anything to his soon-to-be wife because I wasn't trying to ruin anybody's family. I wasn't trying to do that. That wasn't my intentions. Okay, so time goes on and Jurayah was born. He had a couple family members that were there to, you know, see Jurayah. A couple of them saw her on with the phone. But one of the family members, another cousin, know that Jurayah was here in this world, and that cousin let his wife, TK is what I'm going to call her because I would not mention her name, but they told TK about my daughter, and it was supposed to be Morris's, which is my baby father's child. It goes on further to she inboxed me on Facebook. She asked me to not contact Morris, to not speak to Morris, and to go through her. She asked, was my child supposed to be his? I told her there's a possibility, and she scheduled a DNA test. She asked me what my work schedule was because I didn't have a car at the time. So I let her know when I would be available. We went. Me and Jurayah rode TK, and Morris drove his own car. Okay. A week later, the test came back. I called TK. I let TK know Jurayah was, in fact, Morris's child. After that, they got Jurayah the same day. I called TK. I let her know what the results were. They got her. They bought her a bunch of things, and they brought Jurayah home that day. So fast forward until Jurayah was murdered on October 22nd, 2017. Y'all, it's hard for me to just, say all this, but Jurayah was killed a week after my birthday. Jurayah was born a couple weeks after they were married or before, one of the two. But if y'all can't see that all of this was done out of spite, I just don't know what to tell you. I'm going to give y'all part for part, and I'm going to try to just narrate everything down. But if you want to see more, because I had to get it out of my chest. If you want to see more, you can go follow me on Facebook at Jurayah Baker, and the whole story will be there. But I'm bringing it over to TikTok because Jurayah's story deserves to be heard. We got no justice, and everything was done wrong. And I want to put it all out there because what about Jurayah? Justice for Jurayah forever, because Jurayah was supposed to be here. Jurayah was killed at 1 year old. Now Jurayah is 8 in heaven. Something should have been done. It's my time to tell my story. It's my time to get this off my chest, and this is my testimony because I want to advocate for other mothers. So, as I stated in the last video, Jurayah was taken off this earth, and she didn't leave of natural causes. Someone hurt her and took her away. I'm gonna try to talk with some sense because I don't know how sensitive TikTok is. Long story short, they went after her father and TK. They investigated and they did all the proper investigations and they summed it down to TK and Morris. Long story short, they went after TK first because she was first on the list. She had motive. Jurayah came in. She was a child, her stepchild. And Jurayah was the first child. She had plenty motive. And I don't know if a lot of y'all heard about this case, but the girl mentioned she had to have counseling to accept Jurayah. If you had to do all that, then why even allow her into your life? Why not tell your husband to keep her far away from you as possible for your sanity? Why? Now, as again, I say I didn't force my baby on them. I didn't force them to take care of her because she was fine without him before she found out that that was her daddy. I know Jurayah probably was a good 3 or 4 months or 5 before Morris came into her life. And yes, this case is old. I want to say the last trial we had was in May 2022, but for a long time I didn't say anything. For a long time I kept my mouth shut. For a long time I was told to be quiet. For a long time I listened to the DA, and that's where I messed up at because I should have been out here screaming to the top of every building justice for Jurayah like that side was doing. I stand with Kia. And if a lot of y'all aren't new to this. A lot of y'all know about this case, but there are some ones that don't know. But I stand with Kia ran the whole case. They ran the judge on down to they did a lot of stuff in the background that wasn't right and they got a pass for it. Meanwhile, I kept quiet because I was steady advised not to say nothing, not to post nothing, don't do anything. But they got away with murder on that side. The first trial happened in January on the 29th, 2021. TK was found guilty of murdering Jurayah Amani Smith. Okay, couple months went by. I say about 9. She was released in October of that same year for a new trial based on some bull crap. Y'all, that was just one of the most hurting feelings in the world because you think that they finally got your baby's murderer. You think they finally got her where she needs to be, and 9 months later, they let her back out for a retrial. It was like a slap in the face because they had the right person the first time. And a lot of y'all know it. It just wasn't right. Just imagine y'all losing y'all 1 year old to someone that didn't want her to be on this earth, that was jealous of her because she was the firstborn. When you should have been loving on that lit ball of light or admitting that you didn't want her around in the first place. Jurayah still could have been here. She still could have been here with her sister. She has a 9-year-old sister who wants another sibling that asks about her every day. Asks is she growing in the grave. Asking when can she come out of there. Boy, my baby is 9 years old and don't understand that her sister is never coming back. I want my story out there. I want Jurayah's story out there because something could have been done right. But this city, Claiborne County, Port Gibson, Mississippi, is just crooked like crooked can be. And you can get away with murder here. I'm here to tell the story. So TK's first initial appearance or first trial was on January 29, 2021. They deliberated for 5 days and they found her guilty of unaliving Jurayah. After that, y'all, she stayed in jail for a good 9 months. A good 9 months now. But they pushed the narrative so bad that we knew somebody and that everybody knew everybody. And it was one juror on the jury that was supposed to be kin to me, but the man was not no kin to me, no relation. He was supposed to be my sister's uncle. We have different dads. So they pushed that narrative so hard on we knew this man. And one man made everybody vote guilty against TK. They pushed the narrative so hard they even fabricated messages. They fabricated messages, basically trying to get my sister to say, "Oh, everybody know everybody." What does that mean, y'all? Everybody do know everybody because that's a small town. It's a small town. Not saying we knew this man. Oh, and he's gonna push the narrative she's guilty. They gave them a retrial of so much stuff that they fabricated and they knew it, and the judge still gave it. Somebody tell me, how is that possible? How can a guilty verdict be overturned so quickly? Unless they had somebody on their side from the inside of the whole time. Okay. On October 4th.
Really quickly, I'm not siding with her, but I'm just stating statistics and facts. Appeals and overturnings do not happen. Like, at minimum, they take at least a year. So she does have a point with how Takia was found guilty, and then in 9 months, all this great breakthrough was able to happen, and they was able to get a new trial. That is unheard of. Like, that is, whoo, like, that is a little iffy, because you just never hear of it. Innocent people, true, not saying that she's not innocent, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, people who really have been wrongfully convicted of crimes have to sit in there longer than that, because appellate court is a lot harder, and it's really strange that they didn't even have to go through that streamline. It is strange. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more to see if I can find the court records, and if I can, I will post it or make a video about it. But when she said that, my ears did go up, because I was like, hold on, she's right.
The judge set a motion for TK to get out of jail based on getting her a new retrial. And y'all, I promise you, it was like a slap. I swear. That shit had hurted me so bad. Because how can y'all convict her and say she's guilty and then run it back and say new trial? Do y'all know how hard it is to convince a person that somebody's guilty twice, even though the evidence was there? Have all y'all seen the interrogation videos? Because I need y'all to go on Facebook and go find them and see all the stuff that TK said. See all the stuff that Moore said. It was so much clear evidence there. Let's talk about how they switched courts. They moved court to a different county because this case had went worldwide to the point that they had I Stand With Kids had pushed everything out so hard. They pushed it out to the point, oh, this lady receives injustice. She didn't unalive this child. She's innocent. She loved that baby. They pushed the narrative, but at the end of the day, they called her that baby when her name was Jurayah. Jurayah had a name. Let's talk about them switching it to Aberdeen and basically announcing where court was going to be. Why would you do that? Why was it announced where court was going to be held so they would have the opportunity to go and basically tell these people who I am, what I'm about? All lies, of course. But y'all gave them a clear chance to mess this court case up from the jump. And I had no control. I couldn't do anything. Again, I couldn't say anything. Me and my family and my sisters, we was headed to the DA like, what can we do? You know, after that, after they announced, And we figured out these folks actually had paid for ads down there. TK's side had paid for ads down in Aberdeen where court was. Once people knew where court was and they pushed those ads, the shit should have been moved. Move it again. Move it to another county. Push it further. But they didn't do that. They wanted their plan to work and it did. Money talked. Of course, I was always looked at as the mother that broke someone's home. Of course, I was always looked at as the mother that liked to go party and didn't have nothing for herself. But I was young. And there's a lot of young mothers out there still enjoying themselves. Myself included, because I've been through a lot. Y'all just don't know. I need to get out. I need to breathe the fresh air. But what was wrong with me getting out and enjoying myself when my children weren't in my care? They pushed the narrative so hard that I wasn't a good person. And it worked. They sold it. And it worked. But all in the end, we just wanted justice for Jurayah. This stuff had became a popularity contest. Oh, she didn't have this. She had that. She loved Jurayah. They could do more for Jurayah. Let's even break it on down into they wanted me to sign her over to them. After maybe like a month after they figured out Jurayah was theirs, I'll say theirs because they was theirs because they were together, they're married. After they found out her Jurayah was theirs, they tried to get me to sign half of my rights.
Yes, so India asked, so did they paint a picture of her hurting her baby? Yes. So, and if I talked about this in my last video, they basically said that she was neglectful because Jurayah had really bad eczema. They also said that she was homeless, but at the time, Jurayah D and the oldest Malia was staying with D's auntie. So basically, she was unfit. She uh jumped around jobs a lot, and like basically, people always had her baby, or when Jurayah would come to her dad's house, they said that she would have bruises on her and things like that. But none of that was ever proven. None of that was ever proven. She did have a CPS investigation, but it was dropped. I cannot remember what the CPS investigation was about, but it was not about abuse per se. It was more so about neglect or like stability or being unstable with the child or children. But yeah, they did try to basically paint a picture of her hurting her baby. And a lot of the I Stand with Takia followers have since dropped out of the movement and apologized. But a lot of them did basically say that Takia will be a better mother. Takia was a nurse. They posted so many pictures and videos during that time span of Takia with the baby. It was just so much. And they basically had to make a villain, and it was her.
Sober. They wanted me to get in school and they wanted to raise my baby. What? What makes y'all think I want to give my baby to y'all so I can go? No, I'm fine. My life was perfect. It was cool. I had my girls. I was doing my thing. We was living and we was all right. And Jurayah was alive. They wanted me to be something that they wanted me to be. And they couldn't control it. Okay, so I'm going to start this video out by saying I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I'm not tussling with nobody on the internet. This is my story and I'm telling it. And that's just how it's going to be, right? True. Okay. Second thing is, Jurayah died from multiple blunt force trauma to the head. That was a heart autopsy. I'm not tussling with nobody in the internet. This is my story, and I'm telling it. I don't care how y'all tell it. I don't care how y'all heard it. This is how I am telling it. I'm her mom. I kept quiet for a long time. I didn't speak, and I'm speaking now. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm telling my story. I'm not even reading them comments, to be honest. Okay.
What made her think something? What made her think something was wrong?
She said she was turned over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I ran over. She wasn't breathing. She wasn't moving.
How was she when you ran over?
So I have in my original video linked these interrogation videos, but D is sharing them like small clips on her page as a part of her testimony.
What's her position?
At this point now, she's on her back.
She's on her back.
Uh-huh.
Now you said that that's when your wife saw her.
No, when my wife saw her, from what she described, she was on her stomach with her head in the top corner of the crib.
This
Head,
clipping is her video, y'all.
Top corner on her stomach. I'm guessing my wife just pulling the bag or trying, getting out of the corner, realized that she wasn't breathing. And that's, I guess, when she came and got me.
Okay. How long did that take before she got back?
Just moments.
So she had enough time to go in there and turn her over and run back.
It doesn't take 30 seconds with that.
Okay, it's 30 seconds
I
about.
said it doesn't take that long.
Okay.
I wouldn't, like I say, you're not thinking about this as you send your wife to go get your reward, so you're not really counting the moments or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just know my wife came in very distraught, saying something's wrong with Jurayah, she's not breathing.
I'm pretty sure because for some reason, I didn't have the strength to turn her over. So that's why I said, come check on Jurayah. I said, come check on Jurayah. And he ran in there, he turned on the light. And he said, my baby. He said, Jurayah, wake up, baby. Jurayah, wake up. But she was blue. She was fully blue, and I knew. And he knew. He called 911. He was asking for them to send an ambulance.
You saw her face and it appeared to be blue?
It was blue, and it's like, it was like when you see a child put their face on the window and the face kind of smears. That's what her face looked like.
Okay. And basically, you left the room and told him to come out, come here. He came into the room. You saying he turned her over or you turned her over?
He turned on the light, he turned her over.
He
He was
turned her
screaming
over.
at her to wake up.
And that's when you saw her face to appear to be blue.
Right.
And at that,
For the life of me, every time I watch that, I have the same sentiments. You did not have the strength to flip her over. Girl, what is we flipping over? Pick her up. Pick the baby up. And again, she was an LPN. Takia was an LPN. So I was so confused, and I still am. I still have the same question. What strength did you need to turn a baby over? I just, my natural instinct is to pick a baby up out of their bed, especially if they're not moving and they're limp. Let me pick her up. Let me get a good look. Let me put her in some, because the cribs are deep down. So it's like, let me pick her up and put her somewhere where I can see her at eye level. I don't know till this day what she meant by that.
what made her think something?
So this is her just posting like the autopsy report, and the autopsy report just reads that it says, I have no idea. It was sudden and apparent health. Like basically the type of passing away or unaliving that she had was sudden. So it was like not due to like health issues or anything like that. It also said that she passed away on October 22nd, 2017 at 3 a.m. It says that she was fully coded when 911 was called. That's all that it says. I can't really make out. This is like the official report where it says that it was the cause of death was multiple blunt head trauma, and the type of death it was a homicide. Really sad.
How did you feel about that?
Oh, I was hurt. I mean, my husband just had a one night stand with a girl, and she got pregnant and moved me to a new city. Everybody knew but me. It's just the smallness of a city like this, you know. It's like Hattiesburg is a crab bucket city as well.
My wife loved that child like it was hers. My wife kept her and helped raise her while I was at work each and every day, and she was at home pregnant by herself.
Okay.
A handful of people in Hattiesburg knew about Jurayah. And that's why a lot of people here was upset with me, because they said I had Jurayah hidden, which I did, because I was trying to accept this fact that this child, you know, it just basically came out of nowhere.
That the child wasn't going to be the thing that remind you of that incident
Well, that's what I'm
for
saying.
the rest of her life, and that didn't bother you.
No, that's what I'm saying. She did at first. That's why I had to go to therapy, and I had to do a lot of praying and a lot of talking to God.
But you're telling me today that you had come to terms with your husband having a child outside and married you, and the child was born 2 days before or after
3
y'all.
days after we got married. If you had asked me that 6, 7, 8 months ago, no, I hadn't come. We had to go through therapy. I had to go through therapy. It took a lot of praying. It took a lot of soul searching.
But tell me this: have you ever disciplined your daughter?
Yeah.
How? On a hand?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
talk to her.
Did your wife ever discipline her?
Same way, just talk to her.
And we talking about a 14-month-old. Why are we popping a 14-month-old hand? Godly. There's nothing that the 14-month-old baby would understand that they need to be getting popped for. I will never understand it. I don't care. Say whatever y'all want in the comments. I don't believe in that. What in the hell? I'm grown. You don't need to hit me, so you darn sure don't need to hit no child. Hitting does not course correct anything. Very strange. I'm not yeah, just a little tap to a baby. And yes, India, I agree. These men kill me, just leaving kids to be harmed by these evil women who only pretended to care to appease them. Exactly. And that is beyond just people leaving their children, or women being cheated on and caring for their lovers, their significant others child outside of their relationship. But I also feel that way because, like, my dad, he stayed leaving us with people to see if they was like wifey material, and they was mean to us, like very strange. So I would never do it. I always swore growing up I would never date no one and have my children with them if they weren't the parent, because I don't trust it.
So have you ever disciplined?
I've never had to. Like I said, I always look to Morris because I never wanted anything. I never wanted anything that could be said that I taken out of context. Like if I popped her and it left a mark, I don't want them to say you beating on the baby.
Has she ever ended in y'all care in the past?
Yeah.
Explain that to her.
If you look at our driveway, it goes from smooth concrete to rocky concrete. And she fell and she hit her head. I called Morris. I said, Morris, who's at football practice? I said, come on home now. We need to take her out to the hospital.
The only thing that happened with my child while she was with me, she fell on the concrete, bumped her nose and her head.
I took her to the doctor when I noticed the hematoma coming up on her forehead. When I saw that immediately, I took that baby. I told him, don't put her in her car seat, hold her, and we talked to her the whole way there. We keep her away.
And we immediately took her to the ER once that happened.
She tried to call. She did try to fall asleep one time, but I told her, I said, let the window down. She let the window down. The air was blowing in the face. It was keeping her up. We got to the hospital. And that was the reason why we were only getting her every other weekend, because when she fell from learning how to walk, they tried to say that it was on purpose.
Was it by design that she didn't keep her much by herself, or
Oh no, we're a family.
Okay.
I want to be with my wife and my two girls on the weekends because that's my only time off.
Okay.
So no, it was by design that I wanted my whole family with me on weekends.
Okay.
So when they was trying to say that I did it, I said, no, I said, this is not my child for me to be putting myself in this position. So I said, Morris will get her every other weekend, and we're not gonna get her unless you're here with me. That was it. That's the only time she's been injured in our care. That's it. That's it.
Anything about a black eye?
That was around the same time.
You just said that was the whole time.
Nah.
Now what about the black eye?
She's never been with me and gotten a black eye.
We have bricks around our TV. And she toppled and she hit that little corner right there. But didn't cry.
What was Maury when that happened?
He was in the house. I want to say, I don't even know if, I'm trying to think of who, but I know he told her about it. So I'm trying to think what I'm trying to think.
Did she go to the doctor?
It was just a little bump. It wasn't even that big.
Reason my child's eye looked this color was because when she was with her mother and them, my child has eczema, and they were not getting her eczema printed. So this would all look black. I have pictures of that from when I took her up there in my phone.
Okay.
So let's get that clear.
Okay, that's clear. I understand that.
So you and Maury was there when she got the black eye. She got a hit on, on a brick in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And he told who about it?
Adrian.
Told mom about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, basically, have there ever been any allegations that was filed with the Department of Human Services that they had to come out and?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
I got a phone call from Department of Human Services saying that someone anonymously placed a call saying that we were abusing Jurayah.
Now tell me this, when was that?
It was within the last 3 months or so.
It was within the last 3 months from October?
From this present day.
From this present day, okay. Tell me about it. I don't have it.
Okay, I'll tell you as much as I know. Someone anonymously called, didn't leave a name, so we had to have a meeting with I guess it was in Department of Human Services or whatever.
Yes, DHS.
Oh yeah, DHS.
What was the allegation though? Who was doing it? Was it Deidreana or was it you and Kia? You saying Kia? Kia.
Yeah, I mean that was they said that was me and Kia.
No, I'm telling y'all, ain't no, well, we did this or he did. No. I can't remember some stuff. If the last report come out and say that this is what's wrong, then we got a problem.
Well, I can assure you we have a problem.
You know how much anger it takes to have to hurt a baby like that?
Speaking of that,
I'm going to relink those interrogation videos in the comment section of this video because I forgot how funny that clip was. And I'm not laughing, but Black people. She was like, we will have a problem. He goes like, we have a problem. When the detective said we have a problem, he meant that like, and we're here. We're here. The problem is here. She was trying her hardest and baby, he was not going. It is 2 more TikTok videos and then we'll be done. I know this is a little bit long, but I wanted to play all the videos.
As soon as you went live, well, you know, we all subscribe to each other too, but as soon as you went live, my inbox started jumping. Like, Dion live, Dion live. So at this point, for everybody who is messaging, I know we got a whole family group together. D is on live. If y'all not comfortable with my girl telling her story,
Don't watch.
get off the live. Like, it's not for you. If
And
it's
gonna
not
be up
something
there
that you're
and it's gonna
comfortable
be
with, yeah. If you don't want to hear it, get off the live. If you don't want to talk about it, get off the live. You don't want to. It ain't for you.
But I'm
It
telling
is not for
the truth.
you. So, hey,
I'm telling the truth. We telling the truth. I'm telling
hey, man. Hey, Hattie. Hey, Pen. Lean. Yeah.
the shit has been making me sick, y'all.
So for starters,
Go ahead.
if you just want to rewind, and I'm gonna be real brief. This was never like a case of, at least for the other side. I call them the others, the standers. Stand, sit, shit, whatever you want, do as you please. This was never a case about finding justice for Jurayah. This always was and always had been a case about getting the blame taken off of the people that they supported. And the reason that it was so disheartening was primarily, at least for me, um, you would think when it comes down to babies, children, specifically little girls, their first love is their dad, regardless of whether um don't start leaning. But regardless of whether you got a close relationship with your child, whether you know that your child is yours, if you're skeptical, it does not matter. Generally speaking, a child's first love is their dad. And so like we had several that kept questioning the validity of whether Jurayah was Morris's child. And so let's let's do math. Let's do math. Initially, there was never an instance where Morris and Takia for us was known. We didn't know Morris and Takia. We knew D, because that's our god sister, her biological sister, daughter family. And then we knew through her, we knew Morris. We knew who her daughter's father was. So when it came down to like, oh, he took a test. And it wasn't they went and did this together as a collective. Morris act like a willing participant. Let's do math. Let's do math. Initially, there was never an instance where Morris and Takia for us was known. We didn't know Morris and Takia. We knew D, because that's our god sister, her biological sister, daughter family. And then we knew through her, we knew Morris. We knew who her daughter's father was. So when it came down to like, oh, he took a test. And it wasn't they went and did this together as a collective. Morris act like a willing participant and let it be known he gonna do the test. So you have to reason, well, if I'm with this young man, literally a week or 2 weeks after being with somebody else, and it comes back that let him tell it, she's not my daughter, then I don't have a question in my head who is. But it was not because he said it, it was because there was paperwork. So it took a while for the alleged rumor to get back. Oh, Jurayah is Morris's child, not because D was being shady, not because Deidreana was somewhere trying to claim a nigga that was not hers. He was all up in her face, doing whatever he wanted, literally trying to be with her. But then on the back end, not wanting to be a dad. It took his family members, though, and I'm gonna leave people nameless. They know who they are. It took his family saying, "That's our baby. She looked just like us." It took his family members saying, "Oh, I don't care what Mo said." That was when I learned his nickname. I don't care what Mo said. That's our baby. She looked just like us. And when that man's family ran it back to his mother and ran it back to his people, oh, Mo got a baby. Like he ain't claiming her. Mo got a baby. And then by the time it got back to his wife and we started finding out, oh, he was with somebody and he done got married and he done did all this stuff, then yeah, it makes sense as to why he was not wanting to claim Jurayah. But then when you look as Jurayah got older, when you look, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. I have a
Did you see my picture? Because how you get that picture?
yep, you left it in the car. Y'all look at my niece.
Wrong.
This my granddad. Look at this face. Look right here. Look. She wear the nigga face. She has this man's whole entire face. So of course, as she gets older, people are asking, is that really not his baby? So eventually word get back to Takia. The way that it was painted was that D was trying to get word to this girl. My god sister wasn't studying nothing dealing with either of them because it was already placed in her head. Let Morris tell it. He did a DNA test that was not his child. Regardless of what we knew better, she knew better. But regardless of that, if he got paperwork that he claimed proved that he wasn't a daddy, nigga, we ain't. When it come down, most of the people that's on here, hey y'all, when it come down to like a lot of the people that are on here generally, y'all either know me for sitting back in the cut not saying shit or just being out the way. So when it came down to this, it was like, okay, just be chill, D. The truth gonna come out. The truth came out, and although she took our baby life, the truth came out because of beloved stepmom. She slid smooth in my sister DM. Y'all wanted proof about every damn thing. Everything I had, everything D had, everything we had on this end was pushing it out to y'all. D didn't go to that girl. She messaged on Instagram. I still have the messages. Hey, I heard you got a baby with my husband. She wanted to know why. Because contingent upon whether or not, right, contingent upon whether or not it was true, let her tell it. She was going to leave him. Didn't nobody, hey Rick, didn't nobody
leave him out of the page too. I was
right.
Bullying was killing me.
Didn't nobody give a damn about whether or not Jurayah's dad and stepmom were gonna be together. The question was, hey, I heard that my husband fathered your child. I want proof because this is gonna determine like where I go from here. And so D wasn't being malicious. She wasn't over there talking about some, oh, I'm finna this, I'm finna that, I'm finna whoop, whoop, whoop. They got together. And D was very cooperative, way more cooperative than me. So that little one right there, nah, we can go through the courts. We can get all the testing that you want. Shout out to the good ass baby dad on my end.
Let's back it up and I'm gonna let you finish talking out there. Do you remember when they had typed up the agreement and wanted me to sign, have my rights over, wanted me to go
wanted D to sign her rights over.
They wanted me to sign my rights over to them so they could take care of my baby. Oh no.
When the rumor first came up, initially it was, we're gonna find out if it's his baby because if he done did this, that, blah, blah. I just want to know, woman to woman. She wouldn't want to be with him. All right, cool. Now you find out and your beautiful American picture has been changed. I told D then, I said, you be careful. I hadn't prayed about it. I let it go to rest because at that point in time, she a baby. Nobody is thinking somebody is going to harm. Y'all know you see this shit in a movie. You see it on little shows and all the Discovery channels and stuff. You never think that it'll be you. So we're telling D, Doug telling D, Jaleesa, me, Adrian, everybody's just be careful because we don't know this girl. Well, we don't know Morris. She was careful in the beginning. she rolled with them. Now you're not taking my child. We're gonna ride up here together. We're gonna get the testing done. When the test, yep. And Takia was very willing because she was adamant about getting the results. Yep. She was adamant about getting the results. She wanted to know if this is my husband's child, if this turns out to be basically the baby daddy, I'm done. But for real, who want to be newly married with a newborn, separating from their marriage? And I'm not saying, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Morris played down, played like a baby. You'd have thought he was bumping 94.1, like playing like the motherfucking radio. Morris played down. When it came down to it, though, she didn't want to accept the fact that, oh, this is ex.
How did you feel about that?
Oh, I was hurt. I mean, my husband.
Okay, so I'm gonna end it there because the last TikTok video is like a 20-minute long clip, but it's from the interrogation video that I'm going to link. But I'm also going to link the second live video from D. If you guys want to come back and watch it together, we can. But I'm gonna link it in the comments as well for you guys to watch. But what do you guys think about all of this? Do you guys think that she is wrong for wanting justice? Do you guys feel like Takia was found not guilty and the verdict was correct? Like, you know, it was just a freak accident? Let me know in the comments because I still don't feel like justice was served. Something happened. You don't just get multiple blunt force trauma to your head as a baby. Especially no one noticed, allegedly. It's very strange and it is very sad, and my heart goes out to D and the entire family because it's kind of like no one's going to talk about it anymore. The case isn't going to be retried, so it's kind of like Jurayah will never ever be able to speak again. I agree, AK. I don't think she was wrong. The original verdict was correct. Like, the original verdict was correct. And I'm still baffled at the whole, in under a year, it was basically going back up for retrial. Like, I have to look that stuff up because hopefully the records isn't sealed. But yeah, I need to see the filings for what they filed to get that, to show proof that something happened with the jury, that there was a family member. Because again, everyone has to be on one accord. The jury has to, all of them has to have a unanimous decision. It can't be one that says the opposite because then it will be a hung jury. So I don't believe that one person on that jury was able to convince everybody that she was guilty. They gave her life. She got life because it was capital M. I got to go back and read that stuff because it's not making sense how that was overturned in 9 months. That is unheard of. It's for real. Like, whoever was her lawyer, that person better be signing or getting multi-million-dollar deals now, because if he was or she was able to get that overlooked and retried in under a year, they the GOAT. India says she has a right to clear her name. That baby has not gotten justice at all. And like she said, her time stopped after 14 months. 8 years later, her daughter will be 8 years old this year, or 9 years old this year, and nothing. The town she lives in still talks about her like she's a dog. She really can't go anywhere. Takia and Morris are living their lives. They have other children. I think they have 3 now. Maybe they only have 2, but they're still together. They're still married. They moved to another town and they are resuming their life like nothing happened. So I don't know, y'all, but I enjoyed rocking with y'all this live. Comment y'all thoughts below if y'all watching the replay, and I will see y'all for the next video. Bye, y'all.
And thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Ms. Marcel. Yo, all props to you. And just you keep doing what you're doing. And you got a voice. Keep doing what you're doing. And you got a voice.